In this section, we would talk about some of the most important questions that were asked in the NEET section for chemistry. As we saw, out of the 50 questions, 20 were from class 11, 30 were from class 12. Most of the questions were directly from NCERT, it's not that difficult. Now, the first question was, tritium is a radioactive isotope of hydrogen, and this emits what of those? So, it dissociates, and this emits the beta rays. So beta rays is the right option. Okay. Now the next question talks about Boyle's law. Boyle's law shows an inverse relation between pressure and volume. So what would be the right option? The right option would be the first one. So you would have the change in the pressure as the volume increases, the pressure reduces. So you would have the option as the correct option. The next is the maximum temperature that can be achieved in blast furnace is 2200 Kelvin. A very direct question, and this is attained near the bottom. The next is, in the periodic table we have chlorine, fluorine, chlorine, bromine and iodine. So as we go down in the group, the bond strength actually reduces. So the size of the element increases. Okay, as the size of the element increases, the bond strength would definitely reduce. So as we go down, the bond strength would reduce, but this would increase the acid characteristics definitely. Okay, so the question says the acid strength increases. Yes, that's true. As we move from fluorine to iodine, the acid strength would increase. And why this increases? Because as we go down, the size of the element would increase. When the size would increase, the bond strength would get less, because the closer the atom, stronger the bond strength. Now as the bond strength reduces, definitely the acidity would increase. So statement 1 is correct and statement 2 is correct. So both statement 1 and 2 are the correct answers. The next is Tyndall effect, a very direct question. Tyndall effect is seen in colloidal solutions. Now which among the following is a colloidal solution? Definitely a starch solution is a colloidal solution. So 4 becomes the right option here. The next question is again a direct question. We have to find out the wavelength, which is the speed of the light divided by the frequency. So speed of the light is 3 into 10 raised to power 8 divided by the frequency, which is 1368 multiplied by 10 raised to power 3. Now solving this, we get 219.2 meters, somewhere around that. So this would be the right option. So it could be 219.2 or 3. So to be exact, like these two choices 4 and 1 are far off, so we can just ignore those. But to get the right option, we need to have a precise calculation, as you could see. So even till the decimal places you would have to solve it. No calculator, so solve it by yourself, and that's very important to go for this question. The next is pernicious anemia is the case where we say B12 deficiency is the reason. So B12 deficiency leads to megaloblastic anemia, or what is also known as the pernicious anemia. Very important question. This is important however part of chemistry, but since you are appearing for a biology exam, questions like this become important. Now whenever you get sick, you run a fever, what medicine do you take? You take paracetamol. So paracetamols and aspirin, which is a niacid, non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug. So it's non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug. So aspirins and paracetamols are non-narcotic. They are not narcotic. They are pain reducers, but they are non-narcotic. However, morphine, heroin are narcotic. So 1 is incorrect and 2 is incorrect. So I would say both the statement 1 and 2 are false here. So are false. That means this is the correct choice. Clear? Now, the next question is, which of the following method can be used to obtain highly pure metal which is liquid at room temperature? Now you know which metal is liquid at room temperature. We know mercury is liquid at room temperature. So when mercury is liquid at room temperature, that means it has non-volatile impurities. And how would it be refined? It would be refined by the process of distillation. So distillation becomes the right option. Now another question talked about the names of the various reactions. So this was the first reaction. Then you have calcium carbonate reacting with sulfuric acid, giving calcium sulfate and water and carbon dioxide. Now note, when we have the acid rain, we either have the reaction with sulfuric acid or nitric acid. So this reaction is on the let's say the marble. So it's made of calcium carbonate and its reaction with sulfuric acid. So this is an implication of acid rain. The first one, where sulfur dioxide reacts with oxygen to form sulfur dioxide, we call it as the tropospheric pollution. The next is where HOCl, when energy is given to it, dissociates into chlorine-free radical. Now this chlorine-free radical creates the ozone depletion or the ozone hole, and therefore affects the ozone layer or causes ozone depletion. So this is one of the reasons which we have covered in our class on ozone depletion. The next is nitric acid, in presence of energy, dissociates into NO plus O, and this occurs as a part of photochemical smog. So again a direct question. Then besides this, what we have covered in the lecture so far, there were numerous questions from organic chemistry. Around 20 questions were from organic chemistry. So out of 50, 20 questions from organic chemistry. That means a significantly important section that you have to cover. We have covered a lot of sections from the topics that we have discussed already, and more topics on chemistry and specifically physical, inorganic and organic chemistry separately would be coming on the channel soon. So stay subscribed. Have a wonderful day ahead.